Hi, I'm Bill McCaskill, and I'm the National Director for One Hope Canada. I've been with the mission since 2010, and the last 8 years I've been serving in this role, and it is exciting to see how God's people from coast to coast in every province love coming together and sharing the hope of Jesus Christ with the younger generation. And it's why I'm involved as a young person. God got hold of my life at a CSSM, the name of the mission at the time, camp in Saskatchewan, and now being able to be part of this mission and you being part of this mission is a real encouragement to me. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for enjoying Prairie Joe, and thank you for supporting this really important work, especially during a time like this. To give the hope of Jesus Christ is worthwhile, and thank you for being part of that.
We were really thankful that at the last minute we got permission to use our bus. So this summer we bused children up from Winnipeg every day, and we ended up with ministering to 129 children throughout the summer, which is quite a bit less than our normal almost 600, but the kids got to come once a week for the whole summer long, which for the ones that got to come was amazing. And even better, we because the numbers were quite a bit smaller, we got to do some fairly intimate ministry. So each cabin leader had 2, at the most 3 children with them, which was very safe in terms of the COVID stuff, but also allowed them an opportunity to get to know the kids very well. And another cool thing that happened is my grandson was coming up as a camper all summer, and he became a Christian. Even though I only know a small portion of it, that was a huge thing in our lives. One of the reasons I really appreciate being part of our mission was that because we are a big mission with many mission points, the MRC was able to apply for wage subsidy for our staff, which we wouldn't have been able to do for our, if it was just JL and myself. And because of that, even though we had absolutely no income since March, the majority of our wages have been subsidized, so we haven't been feeling the pinch, the pain as much as many other people have.
Hi, I'm Roland McQuaid, and with my wife Marilyn, we have been with One Hope Canada for the last 25 years. We live out in British Columbia, Chilliwack to be exact. And with the MRC, I run the online training center where I prepare training videos and courses and teach our full-time missionaries as well as our summer missionaries. As well, in the summertime, I get to go off to Bible camps and be a camp speaker in chapel. And most recently, I'm beginning as a second speaker on the new My Camp app.
You know, just amazing to think that back in May, we thought we wouldn't be able to do anything. And then having 350 day campers come through, right? So yeah, that's definitely the thing that sticks out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think the Lord actually prepared us as a camp even years ago by starting to do personal support raising. And so everybody's funded with personal support, and we haven't lost any personal supporters yet. And so that's been great as a provision, so all the full-time staff have been able to keep on working. And then also our One Hope Canada's policy with no debt has also set us up to be successful at this point where we don't have any income. We wouldn't have been able to pay off our debt. And so even though we're almost completely done our building project, we don't have debt on it, and so we're able to take that as we have the funds. So.
Hi, I'm Kelly Rempel. I work at the MRC office in Winnipeg. My role here is the Director of Creative Communications. So I'm the one sending out things like the magazine, working on the website and the blog, and of course the social media as well. So
Harold, this past summer we ended up having just under 500 campers for day camps. That's right. Normally we would be at the 650 to 700. Harold, it's interesting you asked that question. This was a conversation we had, or I had with a volunteer here just a few days ago who came and helped us on our building project. And he was wondering what the benefit was to being a part of a large organization. And so one thing that we told him first thing that came to mind is that we're not allowed to have debt. And that's something that I think if we were operating as an individual camp, that would be a greater temptation, and you don't have that larger body to support you. But also, I think there's a lot of wisdom that we receive from being a part of a large organization. And obviously there's lots of benefits when it comes to the insurance and policies, and well, there's various other areas, I guess, where we just think it's a big benefit, and are very grateful for the Ministry Resource Center and the support that they provide for us.
Hello, my name is Jean-Sébastien Morin. I am the new Quebec Director for One Hope Canada. Well, I began with the mission last February. Yes, February. Then, the month before COVID, so I came on and began my new job, and then COVID. So I have not really an idea what it's going to be like to be a Quebec Director without being in a pandemic as we are. But still, it's my privilege to help the different ministry points in Quebec go through that crisis, knowing that God is leading us through this difficult time. And at the same time, one of our goals, my wife Katie and I, are to create new French resources to create awareness for children and teenagers, discipleship and evangelism in the province, where we have almost no resource in French to help disciple our kids. And so it's been a blast so far, and we are looking forward many years, God willing, to be able to serve with One Hope. It's fun to be part of this family.
So I think back about 6 months ago, and we really had no clue what summer was going to look like. But God has been faithful. He opened the doors, He opened the gates, and we've seen kids come that would have not had a chance to come to camp. In June, we had 29 kids join us, and 24 of them had never been to camp before, and just a great opportunity for local kids to come and hear the gospel that may not have had a chance this summer. Mm. Yeah, so we had this girl join us for our first teen week, and she really grew through the week, and she signed up for another week of camp later on in the summer. When she came to camp, she told her cabin leader that when she had gone home, she accepted the Lord as her Savior. And to me, that's so exciting that she did that at home, even. And that cabin that she joined, there was a few other girls that had been to camp this summer, and their cabin leader told them all about youth group. They were going into grade 7, and the cabin leader actually took it upon herself to go and talk to their parents and share what youth group was to their parents. And the cool thing was that youth group was going to happen on that Friday after camp. Kids would get picked up at 5 o'clock, and youth group was going to start at 7. And 4 of those girls showed up at youth group that night. 4 girls that are not church kids and have now been introduced to the church, and it's just exciting what God has done through that.
We're somewhere around 185 campers. That was day campers. We did day camp in 8 different communities. We couldn't do it on site. We're too far away from any major center. So we ministered to, I think the number was around 185 or just under 200 campers. And then we were also able to do 2 one-day events at camp, more for the older kids, because day camps don't minister to your high school kids too much. So we did a high school and a college and career day at camp that would also be included in those totals. I think with all of that, seeing 15 campers make a profession of faith throughout that COVID might be a bad word in many people's minds, but in 15 campers' lives, it's a very special year for them. I would say it would be just the resources and the many resources that they have and they compile and make available to us. Instead of us trying to search for different things, it's all nicely compiled so you can find it. It allows us to, they have online courses that keeps us attuned to what's going on and keeping us God focused and spiritually preparing us. Basically, bottom line, it's the encouragement that they give when you're at a loss for what to do or what avenue to go. You can always make a phone call or a contact with them, and there's always advice and there's always things that they can help with, and that's just invaluable because you don't feel like you're a lone totem pole. You feel like you're a part of a bigger organization that has your back.
Hi, my name is Melanie Mushluck, and I work at the MRC in Winnipeg. I have been working with the mission for 10 years, and currently I am the Director of Donor Relations, Discipleship, and Administration. So a huge part of what I do is supporting our ministry points across Canada by helping them with resources, training, any type of support that we can help them with so that they are able to do the ministry that God has called them to in their part of the country. So thank you very much for coming to the show today. And if you are calling in your donation, maybe you'll be able to talk with me. Have a good night. Bye.
Thank you, Melanie. And as Melanie mentioned, she is standing by to take your calls in the One Hope Canada office at 888-960-2580. That's 888-960-2580. You can also donate online. Just go to onehopecanada.ca and click on the button that says Donate Now. There's also the option to e-transfer. Just e-transfer your donation to e-transfer@onehopecanada.ca. Just remember to send a second email also to e-transfer@onehopecanada.ca with your password, name, and address. And of course, there's the mail option as well. Thank you for your support. That's a bit of a glimpse of our ministry team serving in various locations across Canada. Prairie Joe is ready to go, so join me in welcoming back Prairie Joe.